YouTube, what's going on? Mace back with another video. I want to do a quick market recap on today. Um, this morning price came out back to these areas of resistance. Price top there, pushed down, came back out, pushed down a little bit after a small consolidation. Then right before news, which was CPI at 8:30, price came back to these areas, started to reject them. Price just shot down for over 400, almost 500 pips. Let's see how much this was. Well, it's SPX, so over 70 points on SPX. SPX, Nas, US30, obviously, right? All those pairs. So I want to go over the SPX. I want to go over the US30. So the SPX, I didn't take advantage of the SPX because I went in the US30 instead. After the big drop, price started to. I had this area that I noticed price came to before, and this was on Friday. Well, Sunday I should say, and price opened back up. I said price could potentially be trying to come back to those areas, so I had that area already marked off, watching what price wants to do. When price dropped down, it started to push back up, drop back down again, and then it actually broke these little small areas. Once I saw it broke that, and then then went back up some more to break another structure here, I said, okay, price could potentially be trying to target back to this big drop that it made today. So with that being in mind, I looked out for demand area, which was here. Nice gap, nice push up, aggressive push up, and I waited for price to tap into that entry. Once price tap into that zone, I waited for my entry right now at the 13 EMA breakout. Once I got that, that would have been my entry. Stop loss at below here. Targets back to these areas for a 1 to 9, almost a 2 to 1. Now, if I enter this trade, you notice this would have already been almost a 1.5 RR. So even with that, that wouldn't have been too bad because we still have to look at structure, which means price don't have to fill this whole thing. Price could potentially just want to come back to at least these areas. Price already filled majority of the candles out already, but I'm still looking to see if price wants to target all the way up there, right? Let's go on Nas. Nas, I didn't really have any setup after the fact because when price broke this, price pulled back down like SPX. When it broke back up over it, you notice it never tapped back into my demand zone, so that canceled that out. Price broke that structure again. The only thing you had was this last minute trade at around 2 or 3 p.m. That's around 2 p.m. You had this trade because you had this nice push up again. That price broke structure. You know, price wanted to get back to these areas, these resistance areas. And what took place was one price tap back into that, you would wait once again for your entry. Now you had two different type of entries. You had this one right here at the beginning, and then I was not available at that time, so I didn't even see that. But then I saw this right here, and when I saw that broke this, I said, okay, I'll enter that. Stop loss below these areas, and target back to these areas. That would be on 1.4 RR, but you got to still try to see if we're gonna get at least a 2 to 1, but that would be pushing it because they're trying to target back these areas as well. I wasn't interested in that, but this was a trade I didn't take advantage of either. This was the trade I decided to get in. The US30. So US30 was a little bit cleaner. I entered earlier today where it was, let me see if I can fix, okay, this fix. I entered earlier today where once I saw Nas and SPX started buying around these areas, I actually put an aggressive entry around here. It was right around the same area. I put an aggressive entry and I had my stop loss. So the entry was around here. I think I might stop loss like a little bit below these areas here because this was a support I was looking for price to get back to. And I have my aggressive entry there. I went in some drawdown. And then price started to push up. When price pushed up, I had this as an alert. I want to make sure price was to break and close above this before um before moving stops at break even. But then I noticed that Powell was coming out to testify around 10 a.m. So around 10, I was like, okay, what to do. So I put my stop loss at break even at 10 because I say no, sometimes that could be very aggressive. As soon as 10 o'clock came, price just started melting down. Stopped out at break even. Well, a little bit in profit because I didn't wait till it break even. So a little bit in profit I came out of, like probably, I think it was around here I came out, and then price just started because I had my entry there and I had my targets all the way to around here. I believe I had my targets here, so I would have won that trade if I had held, but I wasn't taking a chance on that news with Powell. After that was done, so I removed this because that wasn't anything anymore. After that, price started to rally back up, breaking these areas. So it broke this high, what I was looking for it to break, then it break this, which was very nice. Once I saw that it broke those aggressively, this was a low probability demand. Why it's a low probability? Because the gap on this candle was already filled with the second candle coming out of that. So this was a low probability demand. This would have been more of a higher probability right here, but I didn't take that because I looked at where the most impulsive came from, which would have been this nice pause, then 1-2 big aggressive. Once price tap back into that, I know some would have entered there. I wish I did enter here. I would have a better stop loss, better target, but I have to wait for confirmation. So my confirmation came at the same closure of the candle, but I entered a little bit late, so I think I am catching it when it was at these wicks at the red candle. That's why I caught it, and my stop loss was a little bit above these areas. I was targeting these areas right here, right back to these areas right there, but I didn't need all of this. It's just a target I was looking at. Price started to move up very aggressively, breaking structure, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm loving it, confident in that. And then price just started to take, so you notice I was up more than 1.5. When price started to rally back down, and I made this a resistance area that I wasn't looking for price to break out. So once price to break and close around these areas, I said I want to be out of the trade. Although I had my stop loss at break even at this point, I said I don't want price to break this area. Once price broke this here, I just came out of the trade. So my target actually ended up being around here, because as soon as it broke it, it started to push back up, so I just closed it out there. I wish I'd hold it a little longer, because I think I closed this at around 3. Yep, that was 3:30, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 3:30 I closed this out. I wish I'd hold it a little longer around 4, because if I hold it at around 4, I could at least got a little over 1-to-1 before closing it. That would have been kind of decent, more decent if I'd hold it. But yeah, that's the market recap for the day that took place. Gold, they didn't really give me anything, to be honest. This was a nice little setup I saw last night, but early morning, I should say early morning around 1. But I was looking for it to get back to these areas. It tapped it, gave you the entry, but it never got back to those areas. So your entry on this would have been around here. Stop loss could have been around these areas there, and you would have been trying to target back to this. So you had most likely you had like a 1-to-1, but I don't try it. Like I said, I don't really aim for 1-to-1s. But it wasn't a bad trade. And today, nothing really. I didn't really have anything today, to be honest. Yeah, nothing today. But yeah, I guess tomorrow I'll see what tomorrow brings, and we'll go from there. You guys enjoy the market recap. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, and yeah, peace and love. God bless you all.